Hey guys, this is a homework help for week number 4. So for Monday, we're going to focus on our multiplication facts as we are going into multiplying and dividing integers. So there's a couple ways you could do this. How the multiplication table works is you got the column going across the top, and we're going to multiply 1 times 1, and you could write it in there, or I checked it already. You could use the text size for 18 and the text size 18 works. So I'm going to move it over just a little bit. So 1 times 1 is going to be 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 3, 4. 1 times 5 is 5. So these are all your multiples of 1. And so they're going to be going up in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so that's pretty much centered there. We probably could have done, let me check 19, see if, no, yeah, just leave it at 18, that's fine. Okay, the other way you could do this is using the little drawing tool. And now I like to look at it as counting by multiples, where you count up. So if you look at your multiples of 2, the first one is going to be 2 times 1, and then 2 times 2. But each time you are going to continue adding that same amount. And I like to count in my head. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 2 times 10 is 20, 22, and 24. So some quick ways where you could memorize those. And I might actually go down to font size 1 here. Okay, so going to the next one. So 3 times 1 is going to be 3. 3 times 2, so we're going to be doing the multiples. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. And each time, if you're not sure, you could also use fingers and count up. So 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. 7, 8, 9, okay. 10, 11, 12, where you're just counting up. So there we go, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We're going up by threes. And 36. So 3 times 12 is 36. We're trying to build these multiplication facts. They're very important as we go through 6th grade. Now, if you want to just go across, all your multiples of 1 are going to go across as well. All right, and then this is also going across the other way. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we got 2 times 5, and then 2 times 6 is 12. So depending on which digit is first, you're still going to come up with the same multiple as 2 times 2, or a better example would be, for example, 5 times 4 is 20, but the same thing, 4 times 5 is also 20. Okay, so you're just filling this in as we go through, and let's fill it. I'm going to pause the video and you can check it. Okay, I started filling in more with the writing, the stylus, but I noticed that typing is a lot easier. It goes quicker. Then you just focus on the multiples instead of the writing process. Okay, so now that we've got our multiplication table, division has everything to do with multiplication. So the better we understand our multiplication facts, the better we can understand division. So if we take a look at let's do green. Okay, so if we take a look at 88 and we're going to divide that by 11, well, we can go down here, 88 divided by 11, and follow that over. That's going to take us all the way over to 8. So, but some of you already have those multiplication facts down. So 88 divided by 11 is 8. I'm going to go to 48. Well, 12 isn't here, so we go over here to 12. So we got 48 and 12. And then we follow that across, and that's going to be 48 divided by 12 is 4. So we go to multiples of 9, go to 9, then go down to 81, and 9 divided by 9, or 81 divided by 9, working it backwards, is going to be your multiple of 9. So 64, so you're going to go to your multiplication table of 8, go down here to 64. So 8 divided by 64 will take you back to 8. And 36 divided by 9, go to your 9s, find 36, and we go across to the other side. So 36 divided by 9, come over here, which is actually 4 times 9 is 36. So working it backwards is going to be 4. And then 63 divided by 7, go to 7. Check out 63. 63 divided by 7 is going to be 9. And 36 divided by 12, go over to your 12s, find 36. So we got 12 being divided into 36 takes you back to your multiple of 3. So 3 times 12 is 36. So 36 divided by 12 will take you back to 3. Now, on the right side over here for Tuesday, you can also see 25 as a fraction over 5. Well, this fraction form, it also means division. So 25 divided by 5. So you can find your 25s on the, or find 5s on the chart. This works in the same way. Here we go. So we go 5s on the chart, find 25. Then we go over here. So 25 divided by 5 equals 5. So it takes you back to your root multiples before you got the product. All right, so take a few minutes, check, find your answers, pause the video, and then check to see if they're correct. Got 18 divided by 3 is 6. 27 divided by 9 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27. 32 divided by 4 is going to give you 8. 8 times 4 does equal 32. 44 divided by 11, 44 divided by 4 is 11. And 4 times 11 is 44. 42 divided by 6 is 7. And working it backwards, 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, and taking a look at the Wednesday homework for week 4. So we got a diver's elevation is negative 18 feet below sea level, and then descends, that is 4 times as far. So by Wednesday, we will have worked on multiplication. So we got 4 times the amount. So we got 4 times 18, negative 18. Now, it says he's descending 4 times as much. Now, he doesn't say that he's descending in the opposite direction. So we're just going to say it's 4 times as much. So 4 times 18 is going to be 32, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are multiplying, and we only, in the multiples, we have 4 and negative 18. So we have an odd number of negatives. So the result is going to be negative. That's our rule. So if we have just one negative and we multiply, then our answer is negative. If we have 2 negatives when we're multiplying, then our answer will switch. It'll be a positive. A double negatives will make a positive. Okay, so you take a look at number 1. Number 2, the football team lost 4 yards on 2 plays in a row. Which of the following could represent the change in field position? So they lost 4 yards. So we're going to identify that as losing yards is going to be a negative number. So we got negative 4. And that happened 2 times in a row. So we could write that as in parentheses and then just put a 2 out front, and that would mean multiplication. Or we could write 2 times negative 4. So 2 times 4 is 8, and then we only see one negative sign here, and so our answer is going to be negative 8 yards. Now, Rochelle made three $25 withdrawals and then wrote a check for $100. If she started with $200 in her account, find the total amount that she has left. All right, so withdrawals is going to be negative, and writing a check means money is coming out of the account, so that's going to be negative. So we could take a look at the first thing. She started with $200. She started with 200. She wrote a check. Okay, so we know she has $100 left. Okay, so we're done with this part. We're done with this part. So now let's look at this three withdrawals of $25. So that pretty much means negative 25. We're taking out 25, negative 25, and then negative 25. It happens 3 times. So you could put all those together, or there's another way to do this. We could use our multiplication that we learned this week. So 3 times 25 is 75. And out of these two multiples, the product, there's only one negative, so our answer is negative. So 3 times negative 25 gives us negative 75. Once we subtract that, that's going to be 9, that's going to be 10. So we got 5 and then 2. So we have 25. Oh, what is going on today? All kinds of stuff going on. Okay. So we got $25 or whole dollars. So this would be a correct answer. This would be a correct answer, whether you shade in the zeros or not. Just don't put the 25 over here. That'd be 25 cents instead of $25. And because it's still positive, you had more money than you subtracted. You could also bubble this in, and that would be correct. And you're back to Thursday's homework for week 4. We're almost done here. So looking at problem 1, Clayton climbed down 50 meters. Then he climbed down in 10-meter intervals. In how many intervals did Clayton make his climb? Okay, so he climbed down 50 meters. So that's your total. So we got negative 50. Climbing down is going to be negative. And then he climbed down in 10-meter intervals. So 10, 10, 10. So we take a look at here. He climbed down in 10-meter intervals. So because he climbed down a total of 50, and then each time was going down 10. So let's just do the division. 50 divided by 10 is 5. And then when we see double negatives when dividing is going to give us a positive answer. Which expression results in a negative answer? Okay, so we take a look at negative. So remember from our video lesson from Monday, so if you have odd numbers, odd number of signs, odd number of negatives, then your answer is negative. If you have an even number of negative signs and you're multiplying or dividing, then you're going to have a positive answer. So we look at A, we have a negative and a negative. So that's 2 negatives, that's even, so this is going to be positive. And if you look at C, you have a negative and a negative, that's 2 negatives, that's even. So a negative times a negative is positive. And here, positives and positives, that's always going to be positive. So we could have crossed that out right away. So here we've got a positive and a negative, and if we divide that, that is an odd number, so that will always be negative. Will be answer choice B. Kobe and his 3 friends buy lunch. The total is $30.60. If they share the cost equally, how much in dollars should each person pay? So we haven't got into a whole lot of division for 6th grade yet. So this is just checking division a little. So we got $30.60, and it's being shared equally. Shared equally means you're going to separate equally, which means you are dividing. and Kobe and his 3 friends. Be careful, that's one person and his 3 friends by lunch. So that's actually 4 people. So the trick here is some students they'll divide by 3, but there's actually 4 total people. So now using our multiples, multiplication table above, 4 times 1 is 4, so that's too much. It cannot divide into 3. So we put a 0 up here for division. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. So we can put 28 in here. So the multiple of that was interesting. It moved it. 7 times 4 is 28. So we're going to subtract that. And we can just do quick count. 30, take away 28. There's 2 left. Bring your 6 down. We're still dividing over here. So I'm going to just move this stuff out of the way. So now we're looking at multiples of 4 that work with 26. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. So 24 is big enough to subtract from here. So then we can do 6 times 4. Then we have 2 left over. Bring the 0 down. And now look at 4 and 20. We have our multiples. 4 times 5 is 20. And then there is no remainder left over. Now, make sure you bring your decimal up into your answer. So each friend is going to pay $7.65. Got to clear this off here a little bit. $7.65. So make sure you click on Turn In up above. Click on Turn In and then click Submit. The blue button, Submit. Don't search for a file. It's already attached. Just click Submit. All right. Great job with your homework this week, and make sure you get it turned in. Thank you.